following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
And Anderson is going to launch for three. It's good!
Now it's game time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Here is you only missed 3 pitches. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Kane as we take you now to the top of the first. Still no score here at Determination Field here. Now it's 3-1 here to Kane Matheson. The post-500 Astros are undefeated here in Florida. That's exactly what they did last year in Florida, too. They'll see if they can keep the Florida undefeated streak going here against Loomis-Chaffee. They defeated this same team back on Thursday by the final score of 9-1. They have won 3 and tied 2, so they have not lost yet. And a 3-2 count, and that one is hit towards left field, and it will drop for a hit. Kane Mathiasen will get a hit out into left field. And that'll bring up Gavin Jiskra. Brian Choi is on the mound for the Pelicans. Hudson Schmidt catching. Around the bases, you got Ryan Flynn at first, Cooper Lamb at second, Ulysses Pichardo at shortstop, Jake Pash at third, Nate Bichelli in right field, CJ Gluch in center, and Luke Flowers in left field. That pitch will come in for a strike, and it's 0-1 here to Jiskra. Your batting lineup here for the post-400 Astros will look like this. I just need to flip over this sheet of paper here. It's very windy, so we're using a lot of paperweights today. Kane Mathiasen, who's just up and now on first base. Gavin Jiskra, the current batter. He'll be followed by Ashton Renas. In the middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 is Chase Lira, Calvin Jungling, and Jack Gould. And then the bottom of the order is 7, 8, 9, Eli Claus, Colston Sen, and Caleb Blanchett. And then Owen Shannon will be pitching for the Astros today. Safe at second on the steal, and Mathiasen is in. And no, take the steal off the board. They're saying interference was called, so they're going to get go back to first base on that one. And now the coach for the Astros is going to come out and get further explanation on that one. I didn't see what the interference was, but I'm behind a bunch of poles and trees and stuff like that, just barely seeing the action myself. So it's 2-2. It's 1-2, I guess. 1-2. And now it's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Gavin Jiskra. It's our first look at the Astros. Like I said in a moment ago, they have not lost yet here in Vero Beach, Florida, and that includes last year. An 8-8 tie on opening day on Monday against the Ontario Nationals, and then they would win 11-1 over the Alaska Gamers in 5 innings. They would tie 9-9 with Glennig, throw up to second, and now he takes second on the steal. Now Mathiasen will get credit for that stolen base. After the 9-9 tie with Glennig, they would face Loomis, the team they're playing now, and they'd win 9-1 on Thursday. And then earlier today, they would win 12-1 over the Alaska Gamers. And now they got one more game. This is their final game here in Vero Beach for 2023, and it's a full count at 3-2. Troy delivers the payoff. Down low, ball 4, and he walks. And that's 2 runners on. And now stealing third, and he's in. Runners on the corners. So the walk, and Mathiasen steals third. He has 2 stolen bases in this game already. And that brings up Ashton Renas. And now Hudson Schmidt will walk up and have a quick chat with Brian Choi. That visit to the mound brought to you by our friends at Marsh McLennan Agency in Fargo.
You might have to use that back again.
5 minutes into the ball game, we have no outs and runners on the corners. And Ashton Renas, the batter. We were in the 80s earlier. It's cooled down to about 74 right now. There's going to be decent weather, except for maybe some gusty winds over the next 48 hours here in Vero Beach, Florida. And there's a walk. Or a hit by a pitch. Either way, he's on first. All right, so they called the dead ball, so now Gavin Drisker walks instead of walking on the previous pitch, and now it's Ashton Renas. So my apologies on that. And Renas will blast one right into the glove and out of the glove of Jake Pash, and he's out at first. Runners on second and third on the ground out 5-3 for Ashton Renas. Renas kind of, I think most runners may have had a chance to run that one out, but he was trotting up there somewhat slower than I would have expected. Chase Lura is the batter now. And this is scooter cart number 1 at a healthy 7.8 miles per hour. Chase Lura, the batter now. It is so windy that it sounds like it's raining on top of our canopy here. But it's not raining, at least not to the best of my knowledge. You can kind of see in the upper portion of your screen there that how much the wind is tugging this canopy over the top of us here. That visit to the mound from Schmidt and Choi brought to you by the Marsh McLennan Agency in Fargo. Second one of the inning here between Schmidt and Choi. And now Chase Lura will step up to the plate, and he'll see that pitch go outside for a ball. 1-0 the count now here to Lura. Calvin Jungling is on deck here for the Fargo Post 400 Astros. 1 ball, no strike to Lura. Runners on second and third. Mathiasen on third. Jisker on second. Swing and a miss for Lura for strike 1, and the count's even. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 runners on. And the pitch. And that will miss for ball 2. 2-1 the count now here. So officially the Astros are 3-0-2 in their games here this year in Florida. And once again, the Post 400 Astros have never lost a game down here in Vero Beach, Florida. Knock on plastic, just in case I jinxed everything, but we'll see. 3-1 the count. And he'll walk him. So now the bases are loaded here for the Astros, and it's Calvin Jungling. For the Loomis-Chaffee fans tuning in, the game last night against the Fargo Post 400 Stars is indeed available for on-demand viewing on our YouTube channel. The internet went out here at the field yesterday, so it was not working at all 10 of the fields yesterday until about maybe 6, 7 o'clock last night is when I got word that the internet was fixed. So there was absolutely no way we could have brought that game live to you, and we do apologize for the inconvenience on that, but hopefully you can go back and enjoy the win that the Pelicans got over the Post 400 Stars when you get an opportunity to do so, or pass that information along. That one takes a weird hop off the pitcher's mound, and he came off the bag. He's safe at first. He's out at second, but safe at first. And Driskra moves to third. Mathiasen scores. It's 1-0.
Come on, Jack.
So Jungling reaches on a fielder's choice. Mathiasen scores. Strike one here to Driskra up to third. Lura out at second. And Jungling safe at first. Jack Gould the batter now. One hopper to the shortstop, Pichardo. And he'll take the easy out at second, and that will do it for the top of the first. They get one run across the plate on one hit. They leave two runners stranded on base on first and third with one of those two runners in scoring position. We're 10 minutes into the ball game now. It's a 1-0 lead for the Astros here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. We'll be back with the Pelicans to bat next here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
How does Popeye's chicken sandwich get so crunchy, juicy, and tasty? We make everything with love. Get it today and make your taste buds dance. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back here to the Determination Field here at the Jackie Robinson Training Complex down in Vero Beach, Florida. 74 degrees and breezy. It feels nice right now. Cooper Lamb, he'll be the leadoff batter here for the Pelicans. And he'll face Owen Shannon on the mound. And the first pitch in for strike one. Nice pitch there by Owen Shannon. Cooper Lamb is 1 for 5 lifetime on Magnitude Sports. That includes the couple of games that we covered for him last year here in Vero Beach. Cooper Lamb, Ulysses Pichardo, and Luke Flowers will be the first 3 batters we see here for the Pelicans. 1-1 the count now here to Cooper Lamb. And that comes in for strike 2. And some good pitching to start off here from Owen Shannon. Caleb Blanchett is playing catcher, and then around the bases, you got Ashton Arenas at first, Eli Claus at second, Gavin Driskra, the shortstop, and Jack Gould at third. In the outfield, Colston Sen in left, Chase Lura in right, and Kane Mathiasen in straightaway center field. And that's your defensive setup here for the Astros. 1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Cooper Lamb. Once again, Ulysses Pichardo is on deck here for Loomis-Chaffee. I want to say thanks once again. I think his name is Eric. He helped me out yesterday with the Stars game, and he helped me out with rosters names today. So really appreciate that. That one's going to find the gap in right center field. It's going to roll close to the warning track, and moving into second base is Cooper Lamb, and that's where he'll stay put. It's a double and a base hit for the Pelicans, and that'll bring up Ulysses Pichardo. So both teams have a hit now. And we'll see if both teams can get a run here before this first inning is complete. The game right before this, 7 runs were scored in the first inning, and then no runs were scored for the next 5 innings. And then I think it was about 13 runs in the final 2 innings for a wild game. Swing and a miss, strike 1 there for Ulysses Pichardo. Four strikes on 5 pitches for Owen Shannon. And that is just going to miss outside, and 1-1 will even things up at 1 aside here on the ball strike count. Once again, it's Cooper Lamb standing on second. That one lifted up right field. Chase Lure has an opportunity. He gets underneath it, makes the catch. Lamb thought about tagging up on second, but a nice throw back in by the Astros outfielder to get that ball close to third and make Lamb change his mind quickly. That is out number 1. That will bring us to Luke Flowers, who will step up to the plate here for the Pelicans. 16 minutes into the ball game now. And the windup in the pitch from Shannon. And it's just a little bit high, ball 1. Lights are on here. In the previous games, you could barely see the scoreboard. And it was so hard to confirm what the count was with my count. And then during that last game, since the Astros were playing, I left my equipment set up during the game that was in between the Stars and the Astros game. And I decided to do scoreboard, just volunteer for that previous game, and I was like, oh, what's this? And it's a dim bright. So I just hit the ultimate brightness, and now you have absolutely no problem seeing the scoreboard. You can even see it vaguely on about the right third of your screen there, in the middle right third of your screen. 3-0 with 1 out here to Luke Flowers. And the pitch. Low, ball 4. Walks him on 4 pitches, and that puts runners on first and third now here for the Pelicans as Cooper Lamb moves up to third. Flowers on first. I'll bring to the batter's box Hudson Schmidt. Pitch. Runner goes to second, and now the runner on third, Cooper Lamb's going to come home and score, and that's a tie ball game at 1-1. So going to the books is a throwing error. So, runner on second now, and it's a 1-1 ball game here. And it's 2-0. Or it's 1-1, excuse me. Here to Hudson Schmidt. Chris Markowski is on deck for the Pelicans, and there's strike 2. So, with 1 out, we will see Markowski if no double plays happen here. And the 1-2 pitch, and that one's just a little bit low and out, and ball 2 is the call. And the 2-2. That one hit up high and deep, left center field, going all the way back, and it is gonna bounce at the fence. Rounding third is Luke Flowers. I was expecting that one to be a ground rule double, to be honest with you, but I guess it didn't quite make it as deep as I thought it would be. So Hudson Schmidt will get an RBI triple, and that gives the Pelicans a 2-1 lead here as Luke Flowers will come in from second. That brings up Chris Markowski now. That puts C.J. Glooch into the on-deck circle here for the Pelicans. One away, and a runner on third is Hudson Schmidt. Got there with the RBI triple to give the Pelicans the lead, and the pitch is up high for a ball. It's 1-0. 19 minutes into the game. Also live on Magnitude Sports right now as we speak. It's the boys 8-2A championship basketball game between the Thief River Falls Prowlers and the Dewar Glendon Fountain Rebels, and the winner of that game will go to the Minnesota State Tournament. Home basketball court hosting that tournament is the home of the Minnesota Timberwolves. There's a strike, and it's 2-1 now. Chris Hubden and his broadcast crew have the call on that game tonight. We thank them for pitching in and sacrificing the awesome weather for the crappy weather back home to get that game on. But it should be a fun game. DGF 12-point underdogs, but if they can do a couple things right in the game, they can easily close that 12-point gap. There's no doubt about it. 3 balls and 2 strikes now here to Chris Markowski. If we get any scoring updates from that game, we'll certainly pass them along to you. And that'll be a walk. Markowski up to first, and that puts runners on the corners once again. Schmidt on third and Markowski on first, and that brings up C.J. Glooch. Let me look at my name pronunciations. I think I said that right. Glooch, yep. That's how I had it written down. And he confirmed that I said it right. So awesome. And now the throw up to second, and that one will not be there. And had to be a little careful with that potential double steal opportunity. The pitch came across as a strike. It's 0-1 now here to C.J. Glooch. 21 minutes into the ball game. Shannon on 23 pitches now, and this is pitch 24, and he'll miss it for 1-1. We'll try and get all the bases on screen for you. That one, and it's going to be a play at the plate, and I think he's going to be safe, and he will be. Schmidt comes home on the wild pitch, and Markowski will head to third on that same wild pitch. 2-1 the count now here to Glooch. And Glooch will fire that one up, and it's going to go out of play over the Pelicans dugout. Matter of fact, it didn't go over the Pelicans dugout. It hit the top post and came right back down into the dugout. 1-2. I think we had our count reversed here. Swing and a miss, and that is a Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout number 1 for Owen Shannon.
showing all that dirty stuff right now. Come on, you got a game to play.
How much time do you have before this game starts? Okay, so I got like maybe right now to figure to look at this.
I got it, sir.
Settings, okay. Hang on, I'll figure this out. Where are we at? Top second? Top two. Okay. It's taking way too long to pull up settings. Oh, just as I say it, I'll put as long as it's recording, I'll upload it later, I guess. So, let's see And now, okay, so what we got set up here on the stream deck when you didn't go live or whatever, or when you didn't start stream or whatever that key button is to start it up, it's going to start the recording, but you actually have to use the mouse and go here and click go live before you're actually live. Okay, all right. All right, hey, thanks for being patient there. I had to take care of a technical issue at our basketball game really quick. So we are back up and running now here. It's Colston Sen on second base right now here for the Astros. And Caleb Blanchett is at the plate. And the count is 1-1 strike. And it's a 3-1 score in favor of the Pelicans here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. Once again, thank you so much for your patience there. Just wanted to make sure we got that championship game on with the technical issue, and we did. So I think I said earlier that they were live right now, and I thought they were, but now they are live thanks to my remote login from about 2,000 miles away. It's amazing what we can do here at Magnitude Sports. Here's a little dribbler right back up towards the pitcher, but Choi couldn't handle it, and it'll still result in a ground out anyway. As I believe that was Cooper Lamb, the second baseman, who picked up the ball that Choi could not. And now that will advance Colston Sen over to third. And we have 2 outs now, and the new batter is Kane Mathiasen as we go back to the top of the order here for the Astros. 30 minutes into the ball game. Brian Choi, 30 pitches, 15 balls, 15 strikes, according to my numbers unofficially. That one hit out center field. C.J. Glutch has it in his glove, and now on the inning. And the top half of the second, so 1.5 complete here, and it's a 3-1 lead for the Loomis-Chaffee Pelicans over the Fargo Postgame Astros. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. All right, we got a rocket going up into space right now. That is kind of cool. I never thought you'd catch that on Magnitude Sports, huh? We'll bring it back to, well, it's going to escape our view as soon as it gets past the canopy view there. But yeah, how about that? That's pretty darn cool right there. And then yeah, so a rocket taking off into outer space. Never thought we'd see that on. There's always I said it in one of the games earlier today that there's a first for everything, but usually when I say that, it's some peculiar situation that happens in the sport or whatever. But now, I mean that's our first. We've done over 2,100 broadcasts, and that's our first glimpse of a live rocket launching into space. That is awesome. So was that a ball or a strike? Okay, it was a ball. Kane, wait, I gotta advance ahead to the next inning here, but Ryan Flynn is the batter, I believe, and it is now 2 balls and no strikes. Flynn 1 for 1 with a pair of not a pair of singles, but just 1 single, I guess you could say. Swing and a miss for a strike, 2-1 the count.
Here's another rocket.
And that one's heads up. And the rocket is actually still going here. It's right there. So we'll see if it makes it out of space or not, but it is so what you saw on camera here is a SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket sits on a launch pad 39A at the Kennedy Space Center ahead of the rocket's first test flight, which will carry a Tesla Roadster into space. And I want to thank our partner for bringing up that information here. If this game doesn't get 100 million views for that, I'm going to be disappointed. lot of cool things have happened on Magnitude that none of our competitors back home have had the honor of saying. We've been booted out of a baseball game by ESPN because they had the exclusive rights. Now we've had a rocket live launched into space. And that one's over the head of Chase Lura into right field.
Those boosters just kind of, you can see them out there flaming too. I think they're pretty cool.
So that was Nate Bichelli who gets the hit. And brings up Jake Pash now. Pash with a dart right towards Jiskra. He will fire it over, and that's a 6-3 ground out. That's out number 1 of the inning. Now time is called here by the umpire. Reasoning for the time. It looks like he's looking at, maybe he's looking at his count or something. I don't know. He has something in his hands that he was looking at. And that is, as you heard it from the from the ump, it's strike 1 for Cooper Lamb, who had a double out into center field last time he was at the plate. 3-1 lead here for the Pelicans over the Astros. And 0-1 the count. And that's strike 2. Looked like it was a little low, possibly for a ball, but Owen Shannon will get it in there for a strike. Had it elevated just high enough. Swing and a miss, and that is a Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout number 2 for Owen Shannon. Ulysses Pichardo, 0 for 1 with a fly out last time he was at the plate. He would take that out to right field into the glove of Chase Lura. Here's the windup in the 1-0. And did he check his swing? I don't think it mattered. It's a strike anyway, and it's 1-1. 2 outs here on that last strikeout by Owen Shannon. And the 1-1 pitch, and that one will miss for a ball. And up to second, and that ball goes into center field. He's going to take off for third. Now he's going to come back to second. And the Astros will let him have second base back. May have, if they acted quickly, may have had a chance to trap him between second and third, but they'll just let him go back to second. 2-1 the count now here to Pichardo. Now time is called. He'll step out and step back in. Pichardo will. Luke Flowers is on deck with 2 away if Pichardo can reach base. Here's the 2-1. That one makes it 3-1, high and out. Ball strike and ball and a ball in that order on the 4 pitches so far. This is pitch number 5 of the at-bat for Pichardo. Once again, 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field. Last time he was at the plate. Runner on is Nate Bichelli on second. That one bound out into left field. Bichelli around third, and he will score. And it's now 4-1 in favor of Loomis-Chaffee. Be a 2-run or a 1-run RBI single. Luke Flowers now 0 for 0. He walked last time he was at the plate. Swing and a miss, and the runner goes and up to second, and he missed the catch. He probably could have tagged him out if he would have snagged that one, but 1-0. runner moves up to second. Pichardo does. And that one hit him. And now we'll have 2 runners on as Flowers reaches via hit by a pitch, and now bring up Hudson Schmidt, who had that banger triple out to the left field wall last time he was at the plate. Just received word on Twitter that every road in North Dakota is closed. Like every single road and highway and interstate is closed due to winter weather back home. So I hope that everybody from North Dakota is enjoying this warm feeling baseball game. And I think he's safe at third, and he is. Make a slight adjustment to our camera here. Kind of got messed up a little bit when I went to give you a shot of that rocket. So there we go. Now we're level again. That comes in high for a ball, and the count is 1-0 with 2 away. Pichardo on third, Luke Flowers on second. First base is open at the moment. And a strike is thrown. 1-1 the count now here for the 1-for-1 Hudson Schmidt with that triple that he had last time at bat, as the wind picks up and it doesn't really let down at all. We'll see if that affects the game or not. We've seen a couple of pitches on this field today since we've been here since 10 in the morning. I set up the equipment around 9:15. The equipment has not been torn down yet. 3-1, and that one's foul for 3-2. Unofficially, 46 pitches for Owen Shannon now. Full count at 3-2, 4-1 lead, 2 away, 2 runners in scoring position here for Hudson Schmidt, and the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him, and they strand 2 on base. Now end the second inning of play. It's the 3rd strikeout for Owen Shannon, and we'll go now to the top of the 3rd. Kane Mathiasen, Gavin Driska, and Ashton Arenas. So the scheduled batters, Ryan Choi with pitch 31. We'll return after this on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo, Moorhead, and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
How does Popeye's chicken sandwich get so crunchy, juicy, and tasty? We make everything with love. Get it today and make your taste buds dance. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Welcome back. We have 2 complete here. It's a 4-1 lead for the Loomis-Chaffee Pelicans over the Fargo Post 400 Astros here at the Determination Field. One of 9 fields here. 5 baseball and 4 softball fields. It's a 4-1 lead for Loomis-Chaffee. And now, stepping up to the plate here will be Gavin Jiskra. Jiskra, Arenas, and Chase Lura, batters 2, 3, and 4. Will be due up this inning here. This is pitch 31 for Choi, and that's fouled off for a strike, 0-1. Jiskra was walked last time he was at the plate. And the pitch, low into the dirt, kicks up a funnel of dirt there, and it'll go off towards third base, and it's ball one. One ball, one strike, the count, and the 1-1 pitch is low and out for ball number 2. Three-one count now here to Jiskra. Like I said, he was walked last time he was at the plate. If memory serves me correctly, I think it was on 4 pitches, but I could be wrong on that. And right now it's 3-1, so we'll see what Choi has to deliver here. Inside walked him. So he gets walked on back-to-back plate appearances, and he's on first. Brings up the 0-for-1 Ashton Arenas, who grounded out to third last time he was at the plate. On 35 pitches for Brian Choi, 19 balls and 16 strikes unofficially, according to our numbers. And I say underline unofficially since I had to break for that technical assistance back home in Minnesota earlier in the game. Here's the windup in the pitch, and that one's up high for a ball, 1-0. Chase Lura moves into the on-deck circle here for the Astros. Jiska with a decent leadoff on first. Pitch is high for ball 2. Jiska will tag up on the bag there, and now Schmidt will go up and have a chat with Choi. The catcher-pitcher visit to the mound chat is brought to you by the Marsh McLennan Agency of Fargo. Also want to say thanks to our other sponsors, including Sweet Shots in Fargo, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Sean Carlson, mortgage lender at Town and Country Credit Union, Goldmark Commercial Real Estate, Doolittle's Wood Fire Grill, Gotta Go Driving School, Who Reads Game Time, Popeyes, and Buffalo Wild Wings for bringing you post-400 baseball coverage of the Stars and Astros down here in Vero Beach, Florida here in 2023. We certainly appreciate all their support. 2-0 the count, and the pitch swung on and fouled off towards the Astros bench. And 2-1 as a result. Once again, the runner on first is Gavin Jiskra. I imagine that PA announcers in the future here are going to have trouble with Gavin's last name, but Jiskra will take off, and like a lightning bolt, he's safe at second. Pitch came across as a strike, and it's 2-2 as a result with the stolen base added on top of that. And now Jiskra in scoring position here with a base hit that could trim the lead in half. Two. Swung on, a little hopper towards second. It'll find its way into shallow right. Heading into third is Jiska. He'll put on the brakes there, and we have runners on the corners here for the Astros. So it's a single and another hit. 3 hits now for the Astros. And the Pelicans should have 5 hits. So let's get that adjusted here. There we go. 4-5-0-2 and 1-3-1-3. Okay, so one more left on base for the Stars. All right, now your numbers on screen are how they should be. Ashton Arenas on first, Gavin Jiska on third, and the pitch is low into the dirt. 0-1. Nice block there by Schmidt to make sure that Jiska doesn't come in from third. 1 ball, no strike to Chase Lura, who was walked last time he was at the plate. We're at the 50-minute mark of this ball game now. Once again, there's a 2.5-hour time limit on these games. There's only been one game that I'm aware of that's come close to that, and that was the game between the Stars and the Bradford Tigers earlier today. Time of that game was 2 hours and 27 minutes. It took 8 innings to find a winner. And the Stars would win by 1 by the score of 8-7. That was a fantastic game. The game came to an end on a pickoff attempt on the runner on second base. 2-1 the count now here to Chase Lura. Now it's 3-1. This appears, oh no, there is one other game being played behind us. I wasn't sure. Thought we were the last game of the night, possibly. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Wind up in the payoff pitch. Low and out, ball 4, excuse me. No, it's a strikeout. It is a strikeout for strike 1, or out number 1. It's a Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout number 1 for Brian Choi, and that'll bring up, let's see here, number 15. That's Calvin Jungling, one of the newer players to the Post 400 Legion program. And Jungling will take strike 1 on that first pitch. He's 0 for 1. Reached on a fielder's choice last time. I believe that fielder's choice was one to end the inning, if memory serves me correctly. And he'll loft one short there to Cooper Lamb. He'll pick it up, fire it over. That's out number 2. Jiskar will come in to score, so they'll trade the run for the out. And Arenas up to 3rd on the play. And it's now 4-2, and the Astros have cut the Pelican lead in half, and they got a runner 90 feet away from making it 4-3, but there's 2 outs on the board. That one is a diving catch by Ryan Flynn. What a play there by the Pelicans first baseman, and that will be out number 3. So we'll go to the middle of the 3rd here. They get 1 across the plate. They leave 1 stranded on base, and that will be your score after 2.5. 4-2 in favor of the Pelicans, and the Pelicans will exchange their gloves for the bats and come out swinging right after this.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 3rd here. And it's 4-2 in favor of the Pelicans. I have Markowski, Gluch, and Flynn, batters 5, 6, and 7 as the scheduled batters. I may have missed, let's see who steps up to the plate. See if I'm 1 behind or not. I might be 1 behind. Let's see. Number 3 is indeed Markowski, so I'm not 1 behind. I'm right on. So Markowski, Gluch, and Flynn, batters 5, 6, and 7 will be the batters here. Owen Shannon, I have him down for 47 pitches. This will be pitch number 48. 54 minutes into the ball game here in the home half of the third, and the windup in the delivery of pitch number 1 is in for a strike. 0-1 the count to Markowski. He's 0 for 0. He walked last time he was at the plate. And now it's a 1-1 count. And I tell you, that wind has been nasty here since about the bottom of the first. It's picked up and it hasn't let up yet. You can kind of see some things fluttering around here randomly. So apparently that what I thought was a strike was a ball, and it's 3-0. And he'll walk him on 4 pitches. CJ Glooch comes up to the plate now here for the Pelicans as we close in on the 1 hour mark of the game. And Blanchett will go up and have some words of wisdom there for Owen Shannon. First baseman Ashton Renas will join him. And this visit to the mound brought to you by the Marsh McLennan Agency in Fargo. And this win brought to you by the National Weather Service or something, I don't know. Pickoff attempt and no success there. Once again, the runner on first is Chris Markowski. The wind is out of the southeast to the northwest at 14 miles per hour right now. Under a partly cloudy sky, 72 degrees, 65% humidity. So, according to my weather app, brought to you by iPhone weather apps, there's nothing significant to worry about at the moment. So, that one's fouled away, and it's 0-2 now here to CJ Glooch. He grounded out to the shortstop Jiska last time he was at the plate. Nothing 2. And a ball. 1-0 or 1-2 now. I want to say hi to Jim from Denver, North Carolina watching. And our president just gave a fist pump in the air for you, Jeff. It's our first Astros broadcast of the year. It'll be the first of many, more than likely. That one lifted up, right field. It'll drop for a hit. And Markowski got about a quarter of the way around second, changed his mind about going to third. So it'll be a hit. And a little blooper dropped into shallow right field. Ryan Flynn will step up to the plate now here. 1 for 1 with a double to right field last time he was at the plate. We're 58 minutes into the ball game here. Runners on first and second. Chris Markowski on second. CJ Glooch on first. And the pitch is high for a ball. It's 1-0. Whenever Jim watches, my play-by-play gets a little bit better, I think. Would you agree? Yes, yes. I do have somebody I'm talking to. They just don't have a microphone on right now. That one hit hard into left field. One bounce, and it's mishandled there by Colston Sen, and that will allow a run to score. That run will be Chris Markowski. Heading into third is CJ Glooch, and that's going to be an error on the left fielder. So Markowski scores, Glooch to third, and Flynn to second, all on the same error. And now we have a visit to the mound. The coach is coming out. This visit to the mound is brought to you by the Marsh McLennan Agency of Fargo. And it looks like Owen Shannon will stay on the mound. So it's going to be a chit-chat here as we hit the 1 hour mark of the ball game. Once again, broadcast coverage of the Stars and Astros down here in Vero Beach, Florida is brought to you by our friends at Sweet Shots in Fargo, Tommy's Express Car Wash, Sean Carlson Mortgage Lender, Town and Country Credit Union, Goldmark Commercial Real Estate, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, Gotta Go Driving School, Popeyes, Buffalo Wild Wings, Uber Eats, and Game Time. Thank you so much for your support. Without their support, we would not be down here. We'd not be able to pay for our rental car, our airplane flight, our hotels. Last year when we came down here, it cost $14,700 to make the trip, the accommodations for our broadcast crew and everything, and we found a way to cut expenses a little bit on this trip, but if it wasn't for those sponsors, we would not be down here broadcasting. So if you have a chance to patronize any of the sponsors that I share with you in these broadcasts, please do so. That'd be absolutely fantastic. 0-1 here to Nate Bishelli. 1 for 1 with a double. And now it's 1 ball, 1 strike. And now Blanchett will go up and share some words with Shannon. And if you look in the upper right of your screen right now, I think that's just a normal airplane. Coming over the crossbar right now. There you go, 2 green lights. Yeah, it's just a normal airplane. I can tell by the way it's flying. That one's high and in, nearly hit Bishelli, but it'll be ball 2. Two and 1 the count. Runners on second and third. And that ball goes into the dirt, and it's 3-1. 61 pitches unofficially for Shannon now, and one more pitch like the last one, and the bases will be loaded at the 1 hour, 1 minute mark of this ball game. On deck is Jack Pash. There we go. I just looked at my pronunciation. It's Pash. He'll get a strike in for a full count now here on Bishelli. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the third. And I need to add a run. It's 5-2 for Loomis-Chaffee. My apologies on that. That one's fouled away, so it'll remain 3-2, and we'll have payoff pitch number 2 coming up here for Bishelli versus Shannon. Wind up, and the payoff pitch number 2 hit sharply towards third. Jack Gould picks it up, over, and got it. He's out. That's out number 1, and a run will score. That is C.J. Gluch coming in to make it 6-2 in favor of the Pelicans. Ryan Flynn up to third, and the 5-3 ground out puts out number 1 on the board. That one, a little blooper towards second. Picked up there by Eli Claus. Arenas will receive, and that's out number 2. So 4-3 ground out, and another run scores for the Pelicans. That brings in Ryan Flynn from third, and it's now 7-2. So that empties the bases now here for the Pelicans. Nobody on, and the batter is Cooper Lamb as we return to the top of the order here. And Cooper Lamb will find the outfield. Finds the gap in right center, and that's scooped up by Chase Lura. And Lamb hesitating towards second. He'll stay on first. So another base hit here for Cooper Lamb and the Pelicans. Brings up Ulysses Pichardo. Pichardo 1 for 2. Fly out to right and a single to left. And now runner on base once again here for the Pelicans. He'll take off for second. The throw up to second is not going to be in time, and he'll steal second. Cooper Lamb showing some speed on that stolen base there. The pitch came across as a ball, I believe. See if the umpire confirms that, but we're going to go with the ball. No, he's gonna say it was a strike. 2 strikes now. That one's outside. We're at 2-2 now here on the count. Two from Shannon. Swing and a miss. That is a Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout number 4 for Owen Shannon. That will end the 3rd inning of play. They strand 1 on base, and they score 3 here. So they now lead 7-2 over the Fargo Postgame Astros here on the Sean Carlson under a Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
You have a teen ready for driving lessons, don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again, Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
All right, welcome back. We have a new pitcher on the mound for Loomis-Chaffee. It's Jack Pash. Comes in from 3rd base. That means we have a new 3rd baseman. And let's see if I can get a glimpse on the jersey number of that individual. It's 34, I think. And 34 is... Hang on. Luke Anderson. He'll come in and play 3rd base now for the Pelicans. 1 hour and 7 minutes into the ball game. 7-2 lead for the Pelicans here against the undefeated Astros, who are at risk of losing their first ever game here in Vero Beach, Florida, if they can't come up with some sort of resolution to this 5-run deficit that they're facing right now. Eli Claus will be the first batter. We'll also see Colston Sen and Caleb Blanchett. It is batters 7, 8, and 9 at the bottom of the order, and then we'll turn it back over to the top if we can get that far into the lineup here. So once again, Jake Pash on the mound now for the Pelicans. And Luke Anderson into the game playing 3rd base. Everybody else stays the same. And that pitch will miss outside. The first pitch from Pash is for a ball. It's 1-0 to Eli Claus, who struck out swinging last time he was out the plate. So if we can get through 3 batters here, we'll turn it over to the top of the order for the 3rd time in this game. 2nd time in this game, excuse me. No, 3rd time, I was right. And he'll get a base hit out into shallow right. And he'll earn himself a home on first base as a result. Now bring up Colston Sen, 1 for 1, hit a double out into right field last time he was at the plate. Something's funny in the background. I'm not sure what it is, but our microphones picked it up, that's for sure. At least I heard it in my headset, so I'm assuming you heard it at home. That one is, he can't find it. He had to take off his mask in order to find it. Well, and the pitch is in for a strike. Interesting. I thought that was a ball, but apparently not. 1-1 the count. Two and 1 the count now here to Colston Sen. Caleb Blanchett is on deck. I want to say thanks to the Astros coaches for helping me out with 3 or 4 of the brand new names on the Astros roster this year. Some of these players played for the Dirt Dogs. Dirt Dogs have won about 84 championships in the last 2 years. It seems like they're a really good team. That's exaggerating a little bit, but that's just saying that they're a really good team. And that will put 2 runners on base now, as Sen will walk on a 3-1 count and bring up Caleb Blanchett. Still nobody out here too, so a good start to the top of the 4th here if you're an Astros fan. And the pitch, low into the dirt for a ball, 1-0, and Schmidt threatening to throw up if that kind of came out wrong, but I didn't mean it to sound like that. Threatening to toss it over to second to keep the runners on base, we'll put it that way. My apologies. So it is now 2 balls and no strikes after everybody's chuckling around me now for saying that. Runners on, Claus on second, and Sen on first. And the pitch floats up high for ball number 3. A 3-0 count now here to Caleb Blanchett. Kane Mathiasen is on deck, and that will turn us back to the top of the order here. Pash now on 10 pitches, only 2 of them across the plate is a strike. That's a 3rd strike. And if we lose the camera here momentarily, we will get it back up and running ASAP. I thought for a moment the wind was going to tear down this canopy and drop it in front of us. Bases are loaded now on the walk to Blanchett. That brings up Kane Mathiasen. And we have another visit to the mound here, and it's just going to be, it looks like just a chat from the coach. This visit to the mound brought to you by the Marsh McLennan Agency in Fargo. Did he hit him? He did. It's a bases loaded hit by a pitch. I'll bring in a run. So Kane Mathiasen gets an RBI off a hit by a pitch. Moves Colston Sen to 3rd. Caleb Blanchett up to 2nd. Mathiasen on 1st brings up Gavin Jiskra now. 0 for 0 with a pair of walks in this game so far. Takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. And that one hit hard but foul. And a nice grab there by the Astros 3rd base coach. Sign him up for the MLB on that grab. Fouled away. Pitch makes it 0-2. Got him. That's a Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout number 1 for Jake Pash. And the second for the Pelicans here in this game. That'll put the first out on the board as Driscoll will strike out. Ashton Renas, the batter now. He's 1 for 2. Ground out to third. Had a single to right field on his 2 at-bats so far. Takes a strike there. Nice pitch there by Pash. Started out slow. Had a whole bunch of balls thrown, and now he's starting to throw some strikes here. We'll see if that continues or not. 0-1. That one just a little bit low. 1-1. They can't all be strikes. So the base is loaded for Ashton Renas at the plate. Here's the 1-1. That's low for ball 2. Kane Mathiasen, Caleb Blanchett, Colston Sen, first, second, and third. The faces on the bases for the Astros. And the 2-1, and that's hit right up towards the shortstop. Over to second, now over to first on the hop. Got the double play. 6-4-3 double play ends the inning, and no run score. They take 2 off base, and that means they leave 2 stranded on base. And that takes us to the middle of the 4th. 7-3 our score as the Astros get 1, but still trailing by 4 halfway through this ball game. We'll be back with your unofficial halftime report right after this here on Magnitude Sports. Be right back.
Now batting, number 5.
Nice seats. $50 though?
Hey, this dude got his seat for only $20 on Game Time.
Whoa.
Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals, so you can get tickets for up to 60% off.
60% off?
Mystical ballpark voice?
Yeah.
That guy freaks me out.
Download Game Time now. Come on, do it.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
How does Popeye's chicken sandwich get so crunchy, juicy, and tasty? We make everything with love. Get it today and make your taste buds dance. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
All right, welcome back. We join you now here in the bottom of the 4th. New pitcher on the mound for the Astros is Calvin Jungling. No other defensive changes. The first pitch is ball 1 here from Jungling to the batter, Luke Flowers. Flowers 0 for 0. He was walked, and then he was hit by a pitch on his last 2 trips to the plate. And here's the 1-0. That was started out high, and it remained high. It's 2-0. Looked like it was possibly going to sink down into that strike zone, but it never did. 2 balls and no strikes here to Luke Flowers. And there's a strike, 2-1. Jungling now on 3 pitches. And pitch number 4 coming up here for Jungling. He'll wind and deliver, and that one's sent up center field. Mathiasen's running towards it. He's got the grab. Hudson Schmidt, the batter now here for the Pelicans. He's 1 for 2. Had a triple to the left field wall, and then on his last at bat, he would strike out swinging. 1 hour and 19 minutes into the ball game now here in the bottom of the fourth with 1 out. Halfway home +1, if you want to look at it that way. Here's the windup in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. No balls and a strike now as Schmidt will step out of the batter's box, readjust his helmet, and step back in. He'll dig in now and get set. Jungling will get the signal here from Blanchett. He'll wind up and deliver. 0-1. Got the corner, strike two. To the count now here to Schmidt. Markowski's on deck here with one away. We'll see him for sure since there's nobody on base. There's no possibility for a double play. That one is outside for ball two, so now the count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pair of strikes and a pair of balls in that order on 4 pitches. It's pitch number 5. It's in there for strike 3. It's Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout number 1 for Calvin Jungling and the 5th for the Astros in this game. And that'll bring up Chris Markowski, 0 for 0 with a pair of walks here on his 2 trips to the plate so far tonight. He'll face pitch number 10 from Jungling on 9 pitches, 5 strikes, 4 balls so far here on the unofficial count for Jungling, and he'll wind up and deliver pitch 10, and that one's going to be popped up. And they'll point at it, and it will be Jungling who makes the catch, or did he? He did not make the catch, and now a possible tag out, and he's out at second. That is out number 2. So Markowski will be out at second. Call that a 1-4 takeout, or a 1-4, and not really a ground out, but and that will end the 4th inning of play as well. 7-3 our score as we move into the top half of the 5th. The Astros have been chipping away little by little, and we'll see if they can continue to chip away or not, if the Pelicans pitching defense will step up and keep this where it's at. We'll find out all those answers when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. We return to Determination Field here inside of the Jackie Robinson Training Complex here in Vero Beach, Florida. 7-3 our score as we head into the top of the 5th inning. Partly cloudy and 71 down here in Vero Beach, Florida. It's very breezy, too. Breezy might be an understatement. Winds out of the southeast to the northwest at 14 miles per hour right now here in Vero Beach, and there's been a couple of moments where we thought our little canopy might be blown down. It was actually blown down earlier today during our first game, or no, I think it was the second game that we did. It was one of those 2 games. It was blown down. I was eating a hamburger when it happened. I was pulling the tomato out of my hamburger because I don't like tomatoes, and right as I pulled it out, the thing fell down. And I'm like, okay, let's put the tomato back in and let's get this thing set up again. So I had to take my tomato out later. Chase Lura is the batter. 7-3, and the Astros looking to chip away at that 4-run deficit. We'll see if they can do it here. Lura will take the first pitch for a ball, 1-0 to Lura. Lura 0 for 1, walked and struck out looking on his 2 at-bats. This is his 3rd plate appearance today. Swing and a miss for a strike there, and it's 1-1. Oh, it's 2-1. And that one's going to be lifted up towards C.J. Gluch in center field, and he makes the grab. Right at the warning track, out number 1. That pitch will miss for ball 1. Calvin Jungling, the batter. Jungling will swing and miss, and it's strike 1. 1-1 the count now here to Jungling. 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice, and then he also grounded out to the second baseman on a 4-3. 1-1 the count with 1 out and no runners on, and that one's fouled away for strike 2. That one's outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of sand is escaping from the only part of the field that is sand, and that's right around home base in the batter's box there. Everything else is turf here at Determination Field. That one's low, ball 3, and it's a full count. 1 hour and 27 minutes remain, or let's try that again. 1 hour and 27 minutes into the ball game. That means we have 1 hour and 3 minutes remaining of this ball game at maximum, unless it finishes up before that. Top of the 5th, seems to be going along at a steady pace, and we might get there. So Jungling will walk. That puts a runner on for Jack Gould. And if I'm biased on this at bat, it's because his dad is the one who pays the checks. So I'm just kidding. Time's called due to a loose ball in the backstop area here. Toss that back over towards the Pelican dugout. 0-1 the count here to Jack Gould. Low. Throw up to first, not in time. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one is going to slide out for ball number 2. Eli Claus is on deck here for the Astros. Jack Gould batting 6th in the lineup with Claus at 7. 2-1 the count. Pash will get the signal and deliver. And he gets it in there for strike 2 to even things up at 2-2. I remember Jim from North Carolina, he said the other day that during that game between the Stars and the Tabor Academy Seawolves that my transitioning from basketball to baseball seemed to be going pretty well. And outside of a couple of comments on that particular broadcast, I would have to agree with him. But I have to say I'm back in full mode now after about, what, 8, 9 games that we've been doing down here now. So 6-2, this is game number 9 of the baseball season already. And all my fellow broadcasters back home have 0 baseball games under their belt right now. Eli Claus, the batter, takes the first pitch for ball 1. 2 runners on. Calvin Jungley on second. Jack Gould on first. Nobody on third. Eli Claus at the plate with Colston Sen on deck. And now he's showing bunt. He'll pull it back, and it'll be ball 2. Claus 1 for 2, struck out swinging, and then he singled to right field on his 2 trips to the plate so far. Now he faces the 2-0 pitch here from Pash. That is low, or at least I thought it was low. It's 2-1. It'd be nice if the fans would say good eye for the umpire instead of the batter, because with all the grief umpires take, that'll be a walk. So the bases are now loaded here with 1 out, and Colston Sen 1 for 1 with a double to right field and a walk last time. And now we'll have a visit to the mound. Here comes Coach and the rest of the team. This visit to the mound for the Pelicans brought to you by the Marsh McLennan Agency of Fargo. So once again, Colston Sen will be the batter. We're at 1 hour and 32 minutes into the ball game. Also live right now on Magnitude Sports as we speak. It is the AA basketball championship. We'll give you a score update from that in between the innings here. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. And that one will miss for 2 balls and no strikes. Colston Sen, the batter. Base is loaded. Jungley on third. Gould on second. Claus on first. 2-0. Wind up and delivery. In for a strike. Caleb Blanchett is on deck. If no double plays happen, we'll see him next. Last time the Astros had the bases loaded, they batted into a double play. It's 3-1 right now. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So big pitch here for Pash. See if he can get out number 2, or otherwise a run might score. And a run will score. It's a bases loaded walk. And that makes it 7-4. So that'll bring in Calvin Jungling from third. It'll move Jack Gould up to third and Eli Claus to second. Colston Sen on first, and the batter now is Caleb Blanchett 0 for 1. Ground out to the second baseman, and then he would walk on his first 2 trips to the plate today. So once again, to refresh, Jack Gould on third, Eli Claus on second, Colston Sen on first. And the pitch is outside for ball number 1 here to Blanchett. And that is, according to my numbers, 46 pitches for Jake Pash now. 1 hour and 34 minutes into the ball game. The Astros trail by 3 with 1 out here and a 1-0 count. And you can make that a 1-1 count. There's that pitch. Will hit the edge of the plate for a strike. 1-1 the count. And that is a ball, and that's 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1 now here to Blanchett. Bases loaded. Got it on the inside edge for strike 2, and the count's even now. And right up the middle, and it's juggled. Run will score, and everybody's safe. It'll be an error. Jack Gould comes in from third to make it 7-5. Blanchett will reach on an error. Everybody will advance on the same error. Error will be charged to the second baseman. And that brings up Kane Mathiasen as we return to the top of the order now here for the Astros, who are now down by 2. Now clear the count for Kane Mathiasen, 1 for 1. Single to left and hit by a pitch. So he's reached base on every at-bat so far. That one's fouled off. Third base side, giving chase, but it won't make there in time, was Luke Anderson, who was giving chase, but swing and a miss for a strike. Kane Mathiasen down on the count now, 0-1. 1 hour and 37 minutes into the ball game. And a ball. And that one's hit out towards left field, and that one is gonna drop foul. One ball and 2 strikes now here to Kane Mathiasen. Mathiasen finds the gap in shallow left center. And 1 run will score. It's an RBI single. Everybody's safe, and it's a 1-run game. It's 7-6. Mathiasen with his second single of the night scores Eli Claus. Colston sent up to third. Caleb Blanchett now at second. Now it'll be Gavin Jiskra. He's got Ethan Dahl will take over here actually for Jiskra. And let's find him here. So he will step into the number 2 spot with the bases loaded and 1 out. And 1 more will tie the game. Strike. Nice pitch there by Pash. The Pelicans, it looked like they had this game in hand up until the top of the 5th here. The Astros are chipping away, and now they are almost complete with the comeback here with 1 away and the bases loaded. Fouled off, and that will fall. Foul for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Ethan Dahl. They just started the second half in the 8-2A championship game. The Dilworth Linden Felton Rebels lead the Thief River Falls Prowlers 36-30. And that is a low pitch that he probably didn't want to swing at. And that will result in out number 2 as it's a Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout number 3. And the first or second one for Pash. It's 3 for the team. So that'd be a strikeout. And now stepping in for Ashton Renas is Joe Gould. Can the Astros tie it up before out number 3? That's the big question. Swing and a miss. Big cut there by Gould, and that's strike 1. And it's also ball 1, by the way. 1-1 the count. And the pitch is high, ball 2. 61 pitches for Jake Pash now. Wind up high. Oh, check that. It was strike 2. Thought it was a ball, but it was not. And it's now 2-2. Got the edge, and they will strand 3 on base with the strikeout. Tommy's Express strikeout number 5, or number 4, I guess, for the Loomis-Chaffee Pelicans, and we'll be back now with the bottom half of the 5th. The Stars get 3 in the 5th, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 3rd to battle their way back to within 1, but they still trail 7-6 here on the Sean Carlson Town and Country Credit Union scoreboard, and the Pelicans will look to answer in the bottom of the 5th when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
You have a teen ready for driving lessons, don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
How does Popeye's chicken sandwich get so crunchy, juicy, and tasty? We make everything with love. Get it today and make your taste buds dance. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Well, we got an interesting game now here. The Pelicans lead the Astros by 1 after the Astros put 3 up on the board in the top of the 5th. 7-6 our score now here, and I need to give the Astros 1 more hit. They have 5 and not 4. They left a total of 9 on base. Everything else is right, and yep, everything else is right. So the numbers on your screen are exactly as they should be. So we go into the home half of the 5th, And it'll be C.J. Glooch, Ryan Flynn, and Nate Bichelli pending changes here if they make any. And nope, yes, they will make a change. It's now going to be number 2 coming in for C.J. Glooch. It will be Trey Walsh, who will be batting now here for the Pelicans. And the pitch is going to be a ball. And that was right in the same area that Gould got called for a strike. So I'm kind of calling it as I see it anyway. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. That's outside, no doubt about that one. 2-0 to Trey Walsh. Jungling now on 12 pitches, 6 balls, and 6 strikes. 2-0. That's in for a strike. And that is Scooter moving in. Approached the screen at 1.8 miles per hour. Exited the screen at 7.3 miles per hour. And the pitch outside for a ball, 3-1. So they get a little bit more outside than the previous one. It's a 3-0 count now here. 3-1, excuse me. Wind up in the 3-1. Inside, ball 4, walked him. And now, Trey Walsh is on base with Ryan Flynn, the scheduled batter. We'll see if that's him or not. Nope, it's going to be somebody else. It is going to be number 37. Let's see who that is on the roster here. That is Brandon. Let me look at my pronunciations. Delasio, I believe is how I say it. But I put my pronunciations in my bag because the wind was so strong. So let me just look at it one more time to be sure. Delisio, my apologies. Delisio is how I have it written down. And Delisio will be foul territory there and caught by Ashton Renas. And my apologies, it's actually Joe Gould at first base now. Nate Bichelli, a scheduled batter. I didn't see who snuck up to see if there's a jersey change or not. Number 11 is not Bichelli. Instead, that is still looking it up on my roster here. Nick Delisio. Delisio. So back-to-back Delicios should help me pronounce it, remember how to pronounce it a little bit quicker. They say if you say something 21 times, you memorize it. Well, I only have to say it 11 times now, if 11 times on each batter. Or I could go something like runner on first is, or wait, no, the runner on first is not Delisio. It's actually Trey Walsh, so that won't work either. 2-1. And that is strike number 2. Delisio. Jake Pash is the scheduled on-deck batter. We'll see if that's him or not. Jungling now 20 pitches. 10-10 on the ball strike split. Runner goes into the dirt, and he'll take second, no problem. Trey Walsh in on the stolen base standing, and the pitch comes in for ball 3. And that'll walk him. Trey Walsh the second on the steal. Delisio, Nick Delisio, to first on the walk. John Maida. Let me double check my pronunciations on that one here. Yep, I didn't write anything down. That means I got it right on the first time when I went over it with Coach. So it's John Maida. And the pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. With about 16 minutes remaining, the DGF Rebels lead 37-30 over the Thief River Falls Prowlers. So three-pointer is up and off the mark. It'll remain 37-30. That one is out of play on the roof of the Astros dugout, and they'll go in for a strike. 1-1 to John Maida on the fouled away pitch. And that's ball 4, and that'll walk them, and that'll load the bases up here for the Pelicans. Trey Walsh to third, Nick DeLisio on second, and John Maida on first. And now we have a jog up to the mound here by the coach, and this visit to the mound is brought to you by the Marsh McLennan Agency of Fargo. Update from the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse in Detroit Lakes. A 3 is on the way, and it's in, and DGF has just taken a 42-35 lead over the Thief River Falls Prowlers in the boys basketball Section 8 2A championship game. The winner of that will head off to the state tournament in Minneapolis-St. Paul. Once again, there's about 14 minutes remaining in the second half of that game, and we'll see if the Prowlers can fight their way back. DGF got upset by the Perham Yellow Jackets last season when DGF was the favorite to win it all last season. And then DGF would get knocked off in the championship by the Perham Yellow Jackets. This year, the Perham Yellow Jackets were the favorite to win it all, and they got knocked out in the quarterfinals by the Barnesville Trojans. And then the DGF Rebels defeated the Barnesville Trojans. They earned themselves a second trip in 2 years to the state or the section championship game. 1-0 as we return to action here at Determination Field here in Florida. And that one is a hopper right to Jiskra across the diamond. He got him. Run will score, however, though. It's Trey Walsh coming in from third. And that puts the lead back up to 2 for the Pelicans, and they get the second out. And that'll open up first base with runners on second and third. It's Nick DeLisio on third and John Maida on second. So Cooper Lamb with the ground out to short, 6-3, and that's a hit out into nice sliding grab. He got him at first. Nice play there by Eli Claus over to Joe Gould, and that is out number 3, and that ends the 5th inning. So they get 1 across the plate. They leave 2 stranded on base. And that is all your numbers are correct there. So we'll take a timeout. We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
You have a teen ready for driving lessons, don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, welcome back. 8-6 here as we have 5 complete. We had the top half of 6 now. The Pulse 400 Astros trailing by 2. It was 3-1 after 1, 4-1 after 2. It was 7-2 after 3, 7-3 after 4, and 8-6 after 5. And now that's where we sit right now is 8-6. Loomis-Chaffee Pelicans, 8 runs on 7 hits, 2 Astros errors, and 5 left on base so far. New pitcher on the mound here for the Pelicans is Max Shapiro. And he throws 2 quick balls here to Chase Lura, who's 0 for 2, a walk, strikeout, and a fly out to center. And that pitch will come across as a strike, and it's 2-1. 1 hour and 57 minutes left of the game. That means into the game. That means we have 33 minutes remaining before the time limit is up. That's a tipped foul and good for a strike 2. Two and 2 the count now. The Astros foul that one away and it'll remain 2-2. The Astros were able to get the bases loaded in the last 2 innings. They didn't capitalize in the top of the 4th, but they did capitalize in the top of the 5th to, at that time, pull within 1 at 7-6. But the Pelicans add 1 more in the bottom of the 5th to retake a 2-run lead. And now it's 3-2 here to the batter Chase Lura. We'll also see Calvin Jungling and Jack Gould, pending changes. It's the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6 here in the top of the 6. Here's the 2-2 wind up in the delivery. It's high and in. That's ball 4. 2-2 was what I saw on the scoreboard, but it was 3-2 on our scoreboard, so doesn't matter. It's a walk regardless, and I'll bring up Calvin Jungling now. At least I think I saw a 2-2 on the scoreboard in the outfield. Who knows? Our scoreboard operator's denying that it was 2-2. He swears that he had it right, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt with a little bit of sarcasm on top of that. We'll go back to the video. 1-0 the count. And the pitch is in for a strike, 1-1. Like those I think it's the Progressive Insurance commercials where they throw the red flag. Get the official video review, yeah. That one hit up high towards center field. Glooch is underneath it. He makes the grab, out number 1. Brings up Jack Gould.
0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice, then he grounded out, then he walked. Max Shapiro on 10 pitches, 5 balls, 5 strikes, and pitch 11 is strike 6. And an 0-1 count here to Jack Gould. Time is called as the umpire is going to walk up to the pitcher's mound here. Looks like he's going to trade balls with Shapiro. Or maybe not. Maybe they're just discussing something. Yeah, it didn't look like he handed him a new ball out of his ball pocket. Oh, and that one's popped up. Shallow center, drifting back is the shortstop, and he did not make the catch. And a rundown between first and second, now over to third. And back to second. Will he get tagged out? He will. And that'll be out number 2. A 5-6, 5-3, 4-5 tag out on Lura at second. If you caught all that.
3 5s and 3 4s in that leg.
I may have missed one of the positional players' possessions of the ball on that, but it's pretty close to accurate. Strike 1 the call here on Eli Claus. 1 for 2, strikeout, single and a walk. I take that back. We are, I'm behind a batter here. It's Colston Sen, and now it is 0-2 with a strike and a foul away pitch. And Colston Sen, 1 for 1 with a double and a pair of walks to follow that. 0-2 the count here to Sen. And the pitch. And that one's lifted up and foul, or remain 0-2. We're 2 hours and 2 minutes into the ball game now. Max Shapiro, the pitcher, 11 strikes on 17 tosses. And that one's popped up. Going to right field. First baseman giving chase, and it will land foul, the umpire says. So it'll remain 0-2. Runners on first and second. Jack Gould on second. Eli Claus on first, excuse me. Shapiro set and deliver, and that's right up the middle off the knee of Shapiro, and everybody is safe as the throw is off the mark. Jack Gould will come across and score. It's 8-7. And the tying run is on third, and the go-ahead run is on second. An error will be charged on the play. All right, so Eli Claus now standing on third with Colston Sen on second. Here's Caleb Blanchett, I believe, number 6, right? Yes, number 6. 2 out. Blanchett will foul it away for strike 1. He's 0 for 2. ground out to second, a walk, reached base on an error last time he was at the plate. That was part of that bases loaded scenario in the top of the fifth. And he'll ground this one past the pitcher, Shapiro, picked up by the second baseman, and he'll get it over there, and that'll prevent the run from scoring. They'll strand 2 on base, and that will bring us to the middle of the 6th. So go into the books as a ground out, and that will take care of things for the 6th. We'll bring up Luke Flowers, Hudson Schmidt, and Chris Markowski, batters 3, 4, and 5. Jungling on the mound, toss pitch 31. We'll return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again. Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Now batting, number 5.
Nice seats. $50 though?
Hey, this dude got his seat for only $20 on Game Time.
Whoa.
Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals, so you can get tickets for up to 60% off.
60% off?
Mystical ballpark voice?
Yeah.
That guy freaks me out.
Download Game Time now. Come on, do it.
Join you now here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Luke Flowers, Hutchin Smith, and Chris Markowski are the scheduled batters, pending whatever changes they might throw at us here. So they've been doing that. Both teams have been doing that here the last inning and a half or so. We're at 2 hours and 6 minutes into the ball game, so that means we have 24 minutes left to try and finish this one up. And I talked to an official the other day, and if the home team is leading at the 2 hour and 30-minute mark, then the game will come to an end at the conclusion of the top of the inning. If the home team is trailing at the 2.5 hour mark, then they will finish the game through the remainder of that current inning. So whatever inning we're in, it'd go through the bottom of that inning if the home team is trailing, and it'd go to the top of the inning if the home team is winning. So. And right now, the home team is indeed winning, but we still got 23 minutes to play here. Jungling is on the mound. I have him down for 30 pitches, 13 strikes, and 17 balls. As we return to action here, and it looks like we will have somebody in for Luke Flowers. It's going to be Jack, I don't have, do I have this one? No, I have it on yesterday's sheet. Let's see if I remember how to pronounce it here. Oh my gosh. Biskupiak, there we go. I had to put that piece of paper mentally into my mind and look at how I wrote it down. Biskupiak, Jack Biskupiak is the batter, and it's 2-0 now, I believe. Biskupiak is 1 for 3 lifetime on Magnitude Sports, and that happened last night in the game against the Stars. He had a hit to left field, a fly out to left field, and a sacrifice fly to left field in a game that Biskupiak and his teammates won by the final score of 10-6 over the Fargo Post 400 Stars yesterday. If you missed that game, it's available on demand under the videos tab at Magnitude Sports YouTube channel. Just search for Magnitude Sports. And there's a swinger and one that goes foul. And it is 2 balls, check that, 3 balls and 1 strike now here to Biskupiak. (3-1). And that will go into the dirt, and that will earn him a trip to first base. New batter we'll find out momentarily here. So taking over for Hudson Schmidt, who was the scheduled batter, is Luke Anderson. I think he's playing third base, if I remember correctly. He'll bunt it up, and Blanchett will give chase, but couldn't quite get there in time. He'll go into the books as strike one. That one fouled back, so Biskupiak will make the 82 feet trip back to first base as he tried to steal on that particular play. And it'll be strike two. Pickoff attempt at first. No success there on Biskupiak.
Hey, want to know when Sierra was hurt, she had to run off too. Sierra. Yeah, that's okay.
And another pickoff attempt. Still nobody out. That runner on first is Biskupiak. Luke Anderson, the batter. 2 strikes, and that one's high. He'll go into the backstop, and Biskupiak will take off for second. And no challenge on that one, and he'll go in standing. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. There's now 12 minutes to go, and it's a 46-40 lead for the Dilworth Glendon Felton Rebels over the Thief River Falls Prowlers in the boys Section 8 2A championship game that is also live on Magnitude Sports tonight. 2 balls and 2 strikes now here to Luke Anderson. We'll keep you updated on that one. Looks like, I don't know. We'll see which game finishes first here. 12 minutes left in that game. About let's see, at least 6 more outs, if not 9. That one hit up high left field, and that should be Colston Sen's ball, and it is. Tagging on third is Biskupiak. He will score, and it's 9-7. So Luke Anderson will get credit for a sacrifice fly to deep left. And that will score Biskupiak from third, and Chris Markowski is the scheduled batter. Let's check the jersey number. It's not him. It is somebody else. And he'll foul that one away for a strike. And it is Ulysses Pichardo. He batted earlier in this game. He's 1 for 4. Fly out to right, a pair of ground outs to second, and then a single to left. And now he gets another single to left. I'll bring up Trey Walsh. Was 0 for 0 with a walk, and now they're going to switch it back here to Luke Flowers in the number 6 spot, and he is going to be safe, I think. It looked like the throw was there, and he didn't apply the tag. That throw beat Pichardo to second base by a good 6-7 feet, and the tag was never applied. Could have been an easy out number 2 there for the Astros. Two balls and no strikes here to Luke Flowers. 0 for 1 with a walk, hit by a pitch and a fly out. Runner goes to third. That one, ooh, I think it hit Pichardo on the way to third, and that's going to result in out number 2. That's you see that occasionally. You don't see it too often. But Luke Flowers was intending to blast that one into the gap between short and third, and Pichardo was in the way, and he's out.
He gets a base hit, and the 6 gets put out. He was the closest guy to the put out.
And now hit by a pitch. They're switching back to their original lineup here. That was number 12 who was hit by a pitch. That's Hudson Schmidt. Hudson Schmidt was 1 for 3 with a triple strikeout, swinging and a strikeout looking. Now he is hit by a pitch, and that puts 2 runners on. And now we have a visit to the mound here, and that's going to do it for Jungling.
He did it with, this is a Reggie Jackson play. He should have been gone on, Now, if you do that intentionally, they can assume that that play would have been made. Yep.
Just getting a report from our, I don't know if I'm behind on the broadcast or not, but I'm getting a report from our broadcaster in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, that game is going to overtime between the Rebels and the Thief River Falls Prowlers. According to my feed, there's 11 minutes left in the second half, and the Rebels are up by 6, but there's a possibility that I'm watching a delay here. Let's see if I can't maybe refresh this. I'll close out and go back and open it up again and see. Yeah, I was on a delay, so they are indeed going to overtime. Tied it at 66. So we have a new pitcher on the mound here.
Go, Jack. Get us out of here, Jack. Come on, bud.
So they are indeed in overtime, and the Thief River Falls Prowlers is now taking a 1-point lead at 67-66. They have the ball right now. The winner of that one goes to the state tournament at the Target Center in Minneapolis, home of the Minnesota Timberwolves. We'll keep you up to date on that one there. Chris Hovden and his broadcast crew have the coverage on that one. That one's hit up high center field, and the catch is made by, I believe that's Kane Mathiasen out in center field, and that ends the 6th inning of play. So they leave 2 on base. And there'll be 1, 2, and 3, the scheduled batters for the Stars here, or for the Astros, excuse me, here at the 2-hour and 18-minute mark of the ball game. We'll be back in 30 seconds here with the top of the 7th, and the Astros need at least 2 to force the home half of the 7th. We'll see if they can do it when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. Welcome back. 2:11 to go in overtime. The DGF Rebels now lead by 3 on a free throw by Owen Leach. They take a 70-67 lead over the Thief River Falls Prowlers. Owen Leach, second free throw is up, and it is in. 71-67 DGF up now here on the Thief River Falls Prowlers with 2:11 to go in overtime. Here it's 1 ball, no strike to... This is Kane Mathiasen. 2 for 2, single, hit by a pitch and a single. Pitch is outside, 2 balls and no strikes now.
Base hit, let's go. Base runner, come on, bud.
2-0. That got on the edge for a strike. 2-1. 2 hours and 22 minutes. Once again, the time limit is 2:30. So this one will likely play through the, if the Astros can score at least 2 runs, then we will play the bottom of the 7th, even if we go beyond 2:30. If they don't score 2, then there's no need to play the bottom of the 7th, regardless of the time. And that pitch is outside. 3-1 the count now. Nope, check that. 3-2, my apologies. Timeout on the floor with 1:58 to go in that overtime basketball championship game. Still 71-67. As that one's fouled away, no, the count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. And it's a strikeout for out number 1. Mathiasen goes down for the first time tonight. He was perfect up until then. Ethan Dahl is a scheduled batter, and that will be indeed the one who steps up to the plate here. So 1 out. The Astros need 2 runs. They have 2 outs to work with. 2 hours and 23 minutes into the ball game. Here's the pitch from Shapiro. Inside for a ball, 1-0. Shapiro 1-0 delivery. That's that's a strike. That looked a little low and in to me, but that's okay. I'm not the umpire, stand behind the plate, so maybe he had a better look at it than I did. 1-1. That looks like a strike, and the umpire will agree with me. So can't say that my calls are always off, but 1-2 the count. Big pitch here. Swing and a hit. That will drop in left field for a base hit. We have a base runner on, and the tying run comes to the plate now. Joe Gould.
You scouts all think you know it all. You all scouts, you don't know nothing.
And we apologize for that negative language that got onto our YouTube channel just now.
Oh my God.
Try and keep it a family-friendly broadcast, but that's the risk you take with live sports. Pitch is in for a ball, 1-0. Chase Lura is on deck with one away. If no double plays happen, we'll see him for sure. And the pitch, and that one's hit right towards third, bobbled up to second for one. They get the force out at second. Gould will reach on a fielder's choice. Chase Lura 0 for 2, walk, struck out, fly out to center, and another walk. In that order on his at-bats here tonight. 1:40 to go in overtime, 72-67 in favor of the DGF Rebels. And that was strike one here to Chase Lura. Ball 2. 2-1 to Lura. 2 outs, and Lura represents the tying run. They need to get Gould and Lura across the plate before that third out in order to end this game in a tie, because we are at 2 hours and 26 minutes. I don't know if we will see the bottom of the 7th if the game is tied, so they would need 3 to walk it off and win in a sense. Actually, no, I take that back, because if the Astros did get the lead, then according to the official I talked to yesterday, that conversation is now mute. It is a strikeout, and that ends the game. The Loomis-Chaffee Pelicans hand the Fargo Post 400 Astros their first ever loss in Vero Beach, Florida in 2 years by the score of 9-7 here on the final. 2 hours and 27 minutes, time of the game. And a strikeout by Lura will end it. That will do it for our broadcast down here in Vero Beach, Florida. Thanks so much once again to our sponsors. We'll keep it live here through the duration of this overtime period. It is 72-67 in favor of DGF. We'll take a look at our upcoming schedule here. As we take a look at, well, that's actually not our schedule. That's how you can find us online. So we'll take a look at that here first. Once again, at Magnitude SN, you can subscribe or join our YouTube channel to support it financially. Also, Magnitude SN on Twitter, Magnitude SN on Facebook, and Magnitude Sports on Instagram. We have 90 seconds left of that state championship basketball game. And let's go ahead and take a look at our schedule here. I'm gonna do something here for you really quick. There's a look at the schedule. You can see that that championship basketball game is on, and we will see the Fargo Post 400 Club once again on Friday, April 14th at 4 p.m. first pitch from Sioux City, Iowa, when they take on Sioux City Navy. And let me see here. And that game looks like it's gone final. As we take a live look in at the championship game. And the DGF Rebels are going to the state tournament with a 10-point victory, 77-67. Let's tune in to the live broadcast here with our broadcaster, Chris Hubden.
Including Legacy Chiropractic and Wellness, Randall's Excavating, Cash Concrete, West Central Agronomy, Thunderseed, Maple River Grain and Agronomy, Eating Family Dentistry, Morty's Grill, and Gourmet Game Processing for bringing this incredible game to you. Thank you for joining us here on Magnitude Sports. What a game. Speechless.
All right. I'm going to turn Chris
There could be a better way.
Because I, for some reason, I can't hear the volume in my headset, so I have no idea when he's done talking or when he is talking or when he isn't talking. But you see the final score there, 77-67. Congratulations to the Dilworth Glendon Fountain Rebels as they move on to the state tournament in Minnesota. And their schedule will be to be determined there, but that's pretty awesome to see them win after losing it last year to the Perham Yellow Jackets, and then when DGF was the favorite to win it last year, and then the Yellow Jackets would knock them off and make a trip to the state tournament themselves, and then this year Perham was the team to be favored to win it all, and they got knocked out by Barnesville in the quarterfinal round, and then DGF knocked Barnesville out in the semifinal round, and now DGF puts an end to the Thief River Falls Prowlers season. Congratulations to the Rebels, and good luck next season to the Thief River Falls Prowlers, and might have some, depending on when those games are. I'll have to double check all the schedules and all the travel schedules for Magnitude here, but we might bring you some state tournament basketball action for the DGF Rebels radio style here on the Magnitude Sports Network. So once again, if you want to tune into that game, you can. Chris Hubden will have the post-game celebrations as they cut down the net and all that good stuff there. So feel free to tune into that. We'd certainly appreciate it. And that's going to end it here. Once again, your final score from the determination field here, the Loomis-Chaffee Pelicans with a 9-7 win over the Pulse 400 Astros here. And that will do it for our broadcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll chat again soon here on April 14th, if not before that, for some state basketball here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Talk to you soon.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.